Okay, let's run.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to not an anniversary special celebrating the greatest car heist movie of all time, known as Gone in 60 Seconds. No, we are here tonight to celebrate the 30th anniversary of one of the best sports comedies ever, especially if you were a 90s kid, such as myself and my co-host, who is going to be joining us here in just a moment. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Rookie of the Year, starring Thomas Ian Nicholas, Gary Busey, and Daniel Stern. Oh my goodness, what a time it was to be alive in the 90s, and still is. I mean, to this day. Granted, I may not be wearing my Rookie of the Year t-shirt. This was the closest thing I could get to a 90s shirt, and it's got Captain Ron written all over it. But hey, we celebrated that last year, which you can watch on this very channel at Nerd Culture Channel. So make sure you like and subscribe to this incredible channel that you are watching or listening to at this very moment. But hey, I digress. Before we play ball and get started here, I'm going to be joined by a co-host. I guess he is the Chet Stedman to my Henry Rowan Gardner. I guess. I don't know. Please welcome Tim Smith to the stage. Tim, how you doing, my man?
I was gonna say, is that? I thought it was Escape from LA there for a second. And I was like, Captain Ron. Yeah, that's Captain Ron. I'm doing pretty good. I do love that cold opening because I mean Nicolas Cage, he's a favorite. I love a lot of his cheesiness, but every time I hear that opening song, my all-time favorite movie of Dazed and Confused comes on with Ben Affleck and all them in it. So every time I hear that, I'm just like, oh, what are we doing that one? But you know, I'm doing pretty good, just getting off work, and you know, this is one of the movies I loved so much as a little kid. It's good to see it again. So I'm glad we're doing this right.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, absolutely. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, we are going to be watching the movie tonight. Feel free to queue up your copy on a physical media or streaming service. We are going to start it at the 3-second mark as the 20th Century Fox logo is coming up on your screen, respectively. We're not going to start the movie just yet. I want to give you an opportunity to get to know our panelists a little bit better. So, Tim, take us through this for 1 minute. What was it like for you watching the movie known as Rookie of the Year way back when, in the year of 1993?
I mean, back then, watching them. I mean, this was like a collection. You got to think of it too. Back in '93, I mean, you had Rookie of the Year. You had during the whole '90s stretch. Let's just go with that. You had Rookie of the Year. You had Angels in the Outfield. You had the Mighty Ducks. You had the Big Green. You had I forget that. I'm out of it right now, so I can't remember that one we were talking about earlier. But you had a lot of these sports kids movies that if you grew up on them, you watched them constantly. This was in that with Rookie of the Year. Later, I would rewatch American Pie and, you know, understand that's the same guy from Rookie of the Year. But, you know, that's another story. I would say this is a great nostalgia trip to relive that, to watch all the I'd love to go down a list and rewatch all of the sports movies from that kid length, like The Sandlot too. But this is going to be great watching it, and I can't wait for my favorite line of "Pitcher's got a big butt" when he's trying to psych him out. So I let's get into this, Ryan. I want to get into this. It's been a while.
Clearly, somebody's excited to play ball here at Wrigley Field in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, home of the Chicago Cubs, as well, I believe. If not, it's near the Chicago White Sox. But hey, I'm more of a Cubs fan than a White Sox fan. But hey,
Most
to each their own, right? That's how sports is. But listen, for me in 1993, watching this movie, I remember watching it on VHS a lot as a kid. I remember watching a lot of other sports films, such as the ones that Tim just mentioned, including The Big Green, The Sandlots, The Mighty Ducks, The Little Big Leagues of the world. All these different sports films were coming out in droves, right? And it was just fun. It was fun to just be a kid, enjoy your childhood, enjoy these movies. And heck, this movie that we are watching tonight is directed by Daniel Stern. This is a guy who was the narrator on one of the greatest TV series of all time, The Wonder Years, as the adult version of Kevin Arnold on that show, respectively. Yeah. This guy was in movies such as Bushwhacked, which is another 20th Fox movie, believe it or not. He was in the first two installments of the Home Alone franchise because there were no sequels after that. And, I mean, Daniel Stern's been in so many different things over the years, whether it's the City Slickers movies, the Home Alone movies. He's been in, what was it? Home Alone, or not Home Alone. It was, that, the Wonder Years, and a whole bunch of other things. This man has been everywhere, done everything. He's done voiceover. He's done every kind of thing. and he tries his hand at directing. And I thought to
He
myself,
did. He did. He killed it. He killed
yeah,
it.
he had fun. He knew what he was doing. He had a formula, and it worked in spades. And plus, Thomas Ian Nicholas is a good, young, charismatic actor. And speaking of American Pie, he grew up and went to become a lead actor in that movie. So
This was his first movie too.
this was his first
This
gig.
was
Yeah,
insane.
this was his acting, to a certain degree. This was his acting debut for Thomas Ian Nicholas, who plays the character of Henry Rowan Gardner in this movie. So yeah, I remember watching this and just enjoying it. There are certain parts of this movie that are going to make me laugh more so than others, but it's all fun and games, and it's such a great time. You know, I may not be a big sport. I'm really not much of a sports fan, but I like sports movies, so there you go. It appeals to my taste in movies. It works. It helps. So if you're just joining us, feel free to queue up your copy on a physical media or a streaming service. This movie is currently streaming on Max. It's currently streaming on Vudu, Amazon Prime, and a few other streaming services that are out there. Feel free to Google if you must. Hashtag not a sponsor here, guys. Not a sponsor. But we are ready to begin our feature presentation. And listen, if you have any favorite memories of this movie, if you have other favorite sports movies that you want to share with us, let us know in the comments, in the chat. Whether you are joining us live or on the replay, we are so thankful that you are here with us. And we are about ready to get set to go here. Play ball. Tim, let's go on a count of 3, 2, 1, and hit the play button. Let's go. Let's watch this thing. Let's have some fun.
Do you remember that, Ryan? When you could enjoy that 20th Century Fox logo?
Yeah.
God, what happened to that? Oh, wait a minute. Disney bought it.
Yeah, the Mouse House. The House of the Mouse bought it. Look at this, a Daniel Stern film. How about that? In the opening credits. Rookie, by the way, I like the way the title is presented here, Rookie of the Year. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's good font.
The first kid kind of did that, too. Remember that with Sinbad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another popular 90s movie. Yeah, which, by the way, fun fact for you, Tim, I rewatched First Kid. I miss Sinbad. I miss him. Yeah. I miss seeing him doing stuff like that. I know he's had a lot of health issues in the last number of years. And by the way, Sinbad, if you're watching, we wish you the best. Please get well soon.
I mean, he was, for a lot of his...
He did a lot of movies.
He was great.
He did a lot of movies. He did that. He did House Guest. Remember House Guest? Did that one with the late, great, I believe it was Phil Hartman, if I remember correctly. Yeah. By the way, I want to go back and rewatch House Guest. You and I should... Maybe, I don't know. Did that movie come out in 93? That's a good question. That might be a 30th anniversary.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'd have to I was just looking at this like an hour before this.
Do you remember? Derpy Entertainment says like early it's a good movie. Thank you for sharing that with us, Derpy Entertainment. Sorry, Tim, go ahead.
It was like early 90s. We'd have to look back. I'd have to look back. God, I know you're not like.
Oh, it came out in 95. Came out in 95. Okay. So we got another year or so before we can go back and celebrate that one.
I mean, this would be a good watch, you know.
No matter what.
But I know you're not the big like sports guy too much. Like I'm more with like football, but the Cubs are kind of like one of those big names. It's kind of like how the Cowboys is a big name. How the Patriots are a big name nowadays after Tom Brady's success. It's kind of like one of those staples in sports, the Cubbies, and it's insane because I remember all of this stuff in baseball games, like the little show dolls. I remember all of these souvenirs because I grew up around Pittsburgh, so I got to see a couple of the Pirates games. You would just see the hats, the everything. God, this is just bringing back so many memories.
Well, I will say I like these opening credits. Not only giving us the typical like opening credits kind of thing, but also showing us, hey, you're in for this is a baseball movie. We're at Wrigley Field. A lot of history's been made at this field.
Oh,
you got
the
yeah.
I forgot John Candy was in this. Yeah.
He's the announcer. Yeah, the late great John Candy. And by the way, Derpy Entertainment is asking, did we already start the movie? Yes, we did. Mm-hmm. We can't pause the movie because once we start, we're going to keep on going. But Tim, would you like to give us a timestamp?
We're 3 minutes and 4 seconds in.
There you go. 3 minutes and 4 seconds in there, Derpy Entertainment. If you want to queue up your copy on a physical media or streaming service, please do so now.
God,
he's got all the wires.
He was so great.
And we're on the air. And he's got that great voice. John Candy is, and also John Candy. Speaking of John Candy, he was in another Daniel. He was in the Home Alone movie, the first one. So he has a really good relationship between him and Daniel Stern. I believe Daniel Stern and John Candy had a really good, friendly relationship. They're good friends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hence the reason he probably asked John Candy to be in this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, John Candy was a lot. He was very. Uh,
Hmm.
You always gotta love that when you just snap back into reality. And you're just a little kid.
Come on, Henry, we got to get going. Like, we got to get to the game. And he's got a baby in the carriage. No, it's not a baby in the carriage. It's just their gear. It's just their stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, what do you got in that carriage there?" "A baby." Hey. See, he's asking, like, "Wait a minute, you got a baby in there?" "No, we don't. It's just our gear, our snacks, and the stuff we're going to need for later today, right?"
When you need your Goldberg and Averman, he had his Goldberg and his mom, of course.
And speaking of which, this actress, please forgive me, I forget her name, who plays Henry's mother. She is actually the desk sergeant in the TV series Chicago PD. That's been going on for many, many, many years now. I mean, hasn't Chicago PD been on for like a decade now?
Mm-hmm.
That's
I think so.
I think it's been on for 9 years, if not a decade by now. And I'm thinking to myself, why is Chicago PD? Listen, nothing against some of the members of the cast, because I've known some of them from other works, but why are I don't get it. Why are those shows still on?
Well, you got to think too. I mean, they've been so successful.
I mean, it's all Dick Wolf Productions.
You have all of, you're right. It is. It's Dick Wolf.
And it's Law and Order, which I get. The Law and Orders I get, but like, why do you have to keep the Chicago shows on? They're nowhere near as good as
maybe, but the numbers show to it.
They keep renewing the show every year. So good on you. Yes, Derpy Entertainment. We gave you a timestamp a little while ago. We were at the 3 minutes and 4 seconds before. So if you want to keep your copy, feel free. For those of you who want a more visual description, we were at the scene where Henry is about to be called into right field for his Little League game in the opening scenes of this movie. Just to give you a visual example.
Basically, I think this is right when really the story kicks off into,
And look at that. They're called the Pirates.
Yeah.
In this movie, he plays for the Cubs, but his Little League team's called the Pirates. And when I think of that, I think of the Pittsburgh Pirates, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because and speaking of which, the minor league affiliate that I'm currently, working for, the Greensboro Grasshoppers, our major league affiliate is the Pittsburgh Pirates. So there's your irony right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The team.
I thought it was someone more local.
No. We are a single A team
affiliate.
Single A baseball affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh. Okay.
And for those of you who are wondering, that's the Greensboro Grasshoppers team I was talking about. I know, I'm learning so much by working at a baseball stadium now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah,
and we're watching a baseball movie, so this helps.
That's called a bat that he put down there on the counter, Ryan.
Oh yeah, yes, I'm aware of that. So what happened? So how'd you do? Let's just say I made the play of the day. Not bad, huh? I can't even catch a fly ball. So maybe you're not cut out to be an outfielder. Maybe you should be a pitcher.
I just can't get over those outfits. It's just like, I don't know if they paid a lot of money for it back in the day, because those are just straight up Pirates outfits. And I'm surprised Pittsburgh allowed that.
Who knows, right?
I mean, yeah, it's...
Oh, look at these laundry machines. Look how small that thing is, man. Oh, my gosh. The cylinder to put the clothes in, even though on the inside it's bigger than it. What does that say?
Do you remember the
Suds?
Do you remember those?
No.
They're like the hard bricks you would put in there?
No, we never used them back in my... Well, if we did, I wasn't a visual I wasn't a witness to it. Does that say Sudza? Was that box said?
Yeah.
I never heard of Sudza.
Think of like the Tide, like white powder.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that's basically a brick form.
Oh, is that what it was, in brick form? Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Anyone else remember these things that you used to toss into the washer and the dryer? Let us know.
We're old, Ryan, or I'm old. I can
Well,
remember
wait.
all.
His mom said. Well, his mom looked at him and said, "Laundry." So I guess he was throwing it into the dryer. I think he was doing it. Right.
No, he's throwing it into the washer.
Oh, it was the washer. Okay, never mind. I got it reversed. It was the washer. Gosh darn it.
God, I always hated it.
Oh, he's drinking it. Look at that. He's got a Pepsi can. You know, I was more of a back in the day. I was more of a Pepsi guy than a Coca-Cola guy.
Yeah, that's how I was too.
Yeah. By the way, product placement, guys.
It pays for movies.
It does. Well, Pepsi and Coca-Cola paid for a lot of movies, man. Well, it helped pay for a lot of
the
movies.
oatmeal guy right there on the box.
Is he eating spaghetti?
Yeah, his mom fixed him spaghetti.
I don't mind spaghetti. Do you like spaghetti? I don't mind spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind it.
I never liked her boyfriend in this movie. I don't know. I just never did.
Get out of my face, Jack. Which we will discuss later. But
Yeah.
Jack is the boyfriend in this movie who is dating Henry's mom. And by the way, he's played by an accomplished actor, Bruce Altman, who's a great character actor. He's been in so many. He's been in so many different kinds of movies. He's been in this movie. I know that he was. Oh my gosh, he was in. Legal. Wasn't he in one of the Bourne movies? No, it wasn't a Bourne movie. It was like a legal thriller. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Michael Clayton, maybe? No.
And her, like his love interest, if you want to call it that. She's been in a lot of stuff too. Like a lot of these early.
The girl. The girl that he's interested in, the love interest in this movie, is Julie the Cat Gaffney from the Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
Always eating a Twinkie. I remember I used to eat a lot of Twinkies back then. We don't have a boat. We have wood in the vague shape of a boat. I think you're very ugly. Oh man, I gotta be honest here for a second, and I don't mean to get too personal here. By the way, for those of you just joining us, we are celebrating what is known as the 30th anniversary of Rookie of the Year. You can find it on streaming service such as Max, Amazon Prime, and Vudu. If you have a physical media or streaming service, queue up your copy right now and join us. We are currently at the.
Let's see. We're at the 10:58.
10-minute, 58-second mark, which means we're in the 11-minute mark. So feel free to queue up your copy on a physical media or streaming service. Let us know your comments. Let us know your thoughts about this movie, favorite sports movies, things you may have liked about this movie, things you may not have liked about this movie known as Rookie of the Year. By the way, Dave Mattingly is in the building. He says, do you have wood in the vague shape of a boat? Ask your doctor if Rookie of the Year is right for you. Oh, my gosh. Dave Mattingly, oh, my gosh, with that nice curveball. No pun. See, there's the pun. Thank you, Dave Mattingly. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Let us know your thoughts on this movie in the comments or the chat. Whether you were joining us live on the replay, thank you so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. By the way, hey, Rowan Gardner, catch. What's he do? He tosses the ball. He hits it with his bat. Ball goes deep. Henry goes for it, but he actually slips on one of the baseballs that's already out there.
God, the horrible reactions of the 90s.
It was very cheesy. Very cheesy. Boom, he lands on the grass hard on his arm. Like his arm just catches the brunt of that hit. You know what I mean? Radial fractures of the ulnar, sordid cartilage damage. How long we have to be in the cast? August minimum. August. That's like 4 months. Henry has to take it easy. I want those bones set correctly. This is going to be a great summer. Yeah, he's got to keep his arm in this set position for 4 months. That's tough. But hey, the girls are still being nice to him. Everyone else on his his Little League team are saying, yeah, bye, Henry, blah, blah. Yeah, the teacher's confused. Like you didn't know this kid was sitting with a cast up like this for the last 50 minutes?
Okay, most teachers are idiots. That's just
go. Dave Mattingly, we haven't gotten there yet, man. We haven't gotten there yet. We're getting close. Dave Mattingly says funky butt loving, which is an iconic line that is about to be said here in this movie in just mere moments.
You know, I think because my all-time favorite movie is Baseball, right? It's Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And it's not really a movie that has story. It's a movie that's just stupid jokes. But I think with like the catchphrases he has in here, we'll see later. I think that's why I enjoy basketball so much, of just the stupid humor, because it reminds me
Oh,
of
you
stuff.
mean yeah. And then by the way,
Yeah,
Derpy
like the
Entertainment says,
one
hi
liners.
Henry, bye Henry. There you go. We went
Yeah.
past that. Now rotate. Okay, now bend the arm. Okay, now I want you to rotate from the shoulder slowly. Oh, whoa. Did he say funky butt loving? Because that was his way of cursing without actually cursing.
Picture if Tony Danza in the Philadelphia kicking guard uh, garbage picking field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon had the same effect with his leg. Just picture that.
There's your line there, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
going to see you again in 3 weeks. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Nurse? He is out of it, man. Hey, I got something for you. Well, what's this? Little gift for getting the cast off today. Cubs tickets! By
It
the
probably
way,
only cost $2.
back then when they only cost it. By the way, fun fact: if I ever
Oh yeah,
do end
too.
up visiting the city, the windy city of Chicago with them Bears, I wouldn't mind going to a Cubs game, to be honest,
Yeah.
because there's so much history, man. You know what I mean? There's so
I
much
mean,
history.
when we went, I mean, I missed it because I refused to pay for the private parking,
I'd
but
go.
I didn't take an Uber with the rest of them. When we went for the multiplex stuff,
Oh yeah.
the guys saw a lot of that. Yeah.
Hmm. That's cool stuff. By the way, Dave Manley says his favorite sports movies are the following: The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. I haven't seen that yet, Dave. I'm sorry.
Really?
I've never seen it. I've never. It is
Wow.
streaming though. It's streaming. I believe it's streaming for free on YouTube. I got to go back and watch that. The Greatest Game Ever Played, which is the golf movie with Shia LaBeouf, which is currently streaming on Disney Plus because it's a Disney movie. The Sandlot. I remember growing up watching that. I have it on DVD. That's a true story. So I've seen that. And Little Big League, which I brought up earlier, Dave. That's a valid point. But the greatest game ever played, I haven't seen that one in a long time. And I just got done watching. I've been watching a lot of sports movies on Disney Plus lately. Once again, hashtag not a sponsor. I just finished watching Glory Road with Josh Lucas.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah, you
that.
remember that one about Texas
Uh-huh.
Western? So I may have to go back because they actually suggested to me, hey, since you watched this movie, why don't you watch the greatest game ever played? And I
Yeah.
thought, I don't know if I want to watch that. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot about him. The
Yes,
guy from Home
Home
Alone
Alone
2.
2.
That was the
He was Mr. Duncan.
he's Toy
Mr.
Story
Duncan.
owner. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was Mr. Duncan. He really is turned into a crackerjack. Okay, Uncle Bob. Yeah, come on. What is this? Get the game going. What's going on? Yeah,
He's like a nut job Jerry Jones before he was.
but he's such a good actor. And by the way,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he's passed away. Rest in peace to this actor who portrayed the owner of the Chicago Cubs, Uncle Bob. By the way, Derby Entertainment says his favorite sports movies are Hoosiers, which once again Gene
Oh
Hackman.
yeah.
Field of Dreams is one of the greatest movies of all time. Period. Not just sports movies; it's one of the greatest of all time. Period. Field of Dreams is on my list too. Derby Entertainment.
I
Sandlot.
still I
Another,
still think there's other great movies other than Field of Dreams, but it's a very good movie.
no, I hear you. I hear you. And then he also goes on to say Major League is another one of his favorite sports movies.
Oh
Major
yeah.
League is funny. It's a good one. Major
Yeah.
League is funny.
It's very good. It's very good.
Did you know I actually ended up seeing the movies in reverse? I saw Major League 2 first, and then I went back and saw the first one.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
grew up watching Major League 2, and then I had to go back and watch the first one,
Huh.
which I
Okay.
don't regret because I like both for different reasons.
Yeah, it's just weird seeing that. Like,
Yeah. I saw everything in reverse order. Like I saw Indiana Jones and Last Crusade first before I saw Raiders. I saw Terminator
uh,
2 before I saw the first Terminator. Saw Major League 2 before I saw Major League 1, and then I saw like
see, I was very. My mom was very like,
all these different.
and I guess you could say with it, like, she would always show me Airplane, then Airplane 2, then like Porky's 2, Porky's 3, Smokey and the Bandit. Like, she would
Someone
always go in order, you know?
someone just threw a fastball, 100-mile-an-hour fastball to home plate. That's got to be 435 feet. Duncan, bring me that arm. Now everyone's freaking out because they just realized a 12-year-old kid threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball 435 feet. My attendants, what's your name? Yeah, Henry, shut up, George. You trying to show me up, Henry? I'm sorry.
You always gotta love the drunk guys in the games. It's
And then he looks at him. He'd kill you. Thanks. Yeah. I just figured out why the Cubs lose every year. They have more talent in the stands than they do in the field. Who threw that? John Candy, we miss you, man. We miss you, John Candy.
I mean, to be fair, I live around the Pirates. It's the same. It's the same thing. They have no talent on the field. They have more in the stands than they do on the field.
Ooh, okay. Well, there you go. Fair point. By the way, Derby Entertainment goes on to say, 18 quarter ring. I got it out of the Cracker Jack box. It fits on your finger. Okay, Uncle Bob. And then Dave Malley goes on to say, some of my other favorite sports movies are the following: Shaolin Soccer.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't say I'm not overly familiar with that, so I'm gonna have to get a link to stream that somewhere. I don't know.
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings. I rewatched that not too long ago. That was a fun movie. Victory from 1981. I'm not familiar with that one, Dave. You're gonna have to fill me in on that one.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore. I mean, Tim, we grew up on the Sandman a lot in the 90s, so I remember watching Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison a lot. And the Waterboy, too. The Waterboy.
And Little Nicky.
Little Nicky was terrible.
What?
I couldn't make it past the 10-minute mark of that movie, man. It was so bad.
What?
Dude, Little Nicky is garbage.
No, it is not.
It is What are you talking about? It's so bad.
Oh, my God.
Dave Manley says Shaolin Soccer is from the same people who made the movie Kung Fu Hustle. Okay. All right. Kung Fu Hustle, I'm familiar with, but I've never seen it. So there you go, Dave. Ooh, look,
That's
Lay's potato chips. Do you remember having Lay's potato chips when you were a kid? No?
God, there was so much of this stuff. Like, I can still remember Blockbuster and Pizza Hut nights.
Does anyone remember Lay's potato chips being in your lunchbox?
That was in my school, that was like the rich kids. We had the generic chips.
Well, you know what chips we had, though? We had the we had Utz. We had the Utz potato chips.
That was still like name brand at least. Like,
well, yeah, but that was like the main brand that you would have in every school cafeteria.
No,
right?
Ours was Lay's.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on a second. I take that back. I think it was a mixture.
Hold on.
It's a mixture of both.
You were around Washington? You grew up?
Yeah, I was in the Northeast, so it was different.
It might have been us.
It was different. It was different.
Like every area had their own.
Geographically, it was different.
Yeah.
So, come here, Henry.
Of course.
This is Sal Martinella, the manager of the Chicago Cubs. And this is Henry Rowengartner, the next Nolan Ryan. And then he says, by the way, you know what he said when he first knocks on the door? He says, I'm looking for Henry Ruinverter. 101 miles an hour.
That's what you can tell. We don't want to cuss in the movie. Holy Christmas.
I know, right? By the way, Dave Manley gives us some information. Dave Manley says, Victory was Stallone as a POW playing soccer against the Nazis? Really? I didn't even know this movie existed, Dave. You're going to have to tell me where it's streaming, buddy. Derby Entertainment says, as a kid, I love the movie Rookie of the Year, but as a Cleveland fan, after the year 2015, I hate everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting sports references here. Goodness gracious.
I got that, Derby. That was good.
As a Cleveland fan, after 2016, I just hate everything. Okay. Well, hey, to each their own. How'd you like to play for the Chicago Cubs? Great, but I got to ask my mom first. He's got to ask his mom first. Yeah.
It's more easy to convince than Adam Sandler's mom and the Waterboy. I will say that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Wasn't the Waterboy 99, I want to say? That was late 90s for him.
99.
No, 97. 97 or 99. It was one of the two.
I think it was 99, I think.
Well, if you want to Google it, feel free in the backstage area of your studio. But anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, for those of you wondering what the heck is going on around here, well, I'll tell you what's going on. We are celebrating one of the best sports comedies of all time. It's 30th anniversary tonight. Rookie of the Year. Thank you. Directed by Daniel Stern. And I am joined by my co-host here. We have Tim here with us. We have a lot of people here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. If you're joining us live or on the replay, feel free to queue up your copy on a physical media or a streaming service and watch the movie along with us. Share your thoughts with us, whether you like the movie or not. Anything and everything is fair game. Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends out there. Tim, as we're going through this...
99.
Or
98.
Oh, 90. Okay, see, I got a Brooklyn sandwich right there. Thanks, Brooklyn. We love you, buddy. By the way, Tim, where are we here in Rookie of the Year?
We are at 23:36.
23:36 is the timestamp right now here in Rookie of the Year. Feel free to queue up your copy on a physical media streaming service. Let us know your thoughts, anything and everything in the comments or the live chat, I should say. Dave says, it seems that Victory the movie is also called Escape to Victory. It's rentable on Apple Movies, I believe, Amazon Prime, Vudu, which is something that Tim likes to bring up every now and again, Redbox, and
It's great
others.
for all your digital needs.
Hey, Vudu, Redbox, and others. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate the heads up there, buddy, about the movie known as Victory from 1981, which stars Sylvester Stallone. By the way,
it was one of those weird ones my mom used to show me. So
what, Victory?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
By the way, I noticed something when I'm watching this. This is a quick cut because there's no way that when they cut to a close-up of Henry that he catches up to them, Jack in his green jacket, all coughing and out of breath, and all of a sudden when you cut to Henry, he's just chilling there. Like, nope, that's a really quick cut / bad editing.
Compared to the last scene you were just saying,
yeah, that was a quick cut / bad. But listen, Daniel Stern, I don't mean to be too critical, but I did notice some editing things here. Not some, more like a few. By the way, this guy coming out of the door here reminds me of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is basically just pulled right out of the Wizard of Oz.
That's a horse of a different color. By the way, you don't hear that very often. Come on in. I would love to get a behind-the-scenes tour of Wrigley Field. I like to see the locker rooms and everything. That would be really cool.
Oh,
Dave Manley says that's a horse of a. By the way, he says that's a horse of a different color, not of another color. Dave, not to be the correct guy, but since I am the quote for a reason, he says that's a horse of a different color. Oh, come on in. But thank you, Dave, for bringing that up, buddy. Look at this. He brings a baseball glove. Oh, a baseball and okay, never mind. I thought he brought one or two things, not all three.
And this is what losing the depression looks like, kid.
I'm Henry Rowan-Gardner. I'm the new pitcher.
They're all just flabbergasted. They're like,
and then they just immediately go back to their conversation like, whatever, we don't care. Wow, Stan Oki. Oh my God, it's Billy Frick. By the way, I will say this as I like the Chicago Cubs uniforms, and I like the look of the team. So I wouldn't mind having a piece of Chicago Cubs swag. I'm just saying.
Good old Gary.
I don't do autographs.
This is when Gary was somewhat normal.
Did you hear what he said? Rababuzi. Yalaka's over here. He gives him all these weird names throughout the whole movie. Rababuzi. Yalaka's over here. Rigma. And here comes the entrance of the director and one of the co-stars of this movie, Daniel Stern. So he directs and stars in this movie.
I forgot he was in this.
You forgot he was in the movie?
Yes. I haven't seen it for. What was the last time I saw it? 16? So,
you haven't seen this movie since you were 16?
And I'm 37 now, so 21 years. Yeah.
Jeez, man. It's been forever since you've seen this. And then he said, I'm so sorry. Derby Entertainment says, I like the movie Little Big League, though, more so than Rookie of the Year. And that's okay. That's okay, Derby Entertainment. That's all good because that movie turns 30 next year, and we'll be doing an anniversary watch-along for that movie.
What about Angels in the Outfield? Or is that already passed?
Let me Google that. Give me 1 second.
Okay, this is something when you watch it as an adult now, you're just like,
Angels in the Outfield was 94, so it's next year, Tim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
It's not streaming on Disney Plus though, which is weird. I don't know why it's not streaming on Disney Plus. So I gotta. And I honestly thought I had.
I will buy it for you, Ryan. I will buy it for you.
Okay, but what? Yeah, but when I'm saying it, well, do you mean you're gonna buy it on DVD or?
Yes, I will buy you a DVD copy.
Okay, all right. If you can find it on DVD for me and ship it to my house, like please do, because that's one of the few Disney movies I don't have on DVD.
Yes.
All right. As soon as you find the copy, it's like new or whatever in good shape. Let me know, and then I'll send you the address.
All right.
I'll DM it to you. I'll message you. I'll
Yeah.
text you. No problem. Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was
let's-
one of the first VHSs I ever burned out because I watched it so many times.
all right.
My mom was pissed because she collected all the Disney. Remember all the clamshell Disney movies?
Yeah. I had it
She
too. I
had
had it too.
every one of them.
Yeah, I had a
And
lot
I
of them.
burned that copy out, and she was just like, "Now I'm buying another."
Wow, look at all these people. 35,000. Sell out, Jack. We're 1 for 1. Mark it down, folks. August 11th. Henry Rowan Gardner appears in front of over 35,000 fans at Wrigley Field to be the youngest person in history to play Major League Baseball. Man, John Candy is such a good announcer. By the way, Dave Mattingly says, hot ice. I heat up the ice cubes. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Derby Entertainment says Daniel Stern is what made this movie. I mean, he directed the movie, so yeah, he's kind of an important ingredient with all due respect. Dave Mattingly goes on to say Gary Busey and Daniel Stern are comedy gold. There you go.
I still say the development of Gary and Thomas, the characters. I still think that's like the best part of the movie.
That's
like,
fair. That's fair. Dave Mattingly goes on to say,
you can see now in the beginning they're just so you're just a kid. Shut the
you're
fuck
distant.
up. You know,
Yeah.
it's just so good when it develops.
If anyone feels like buying me a Cubs shirt, feel free to do so because those uniforms are so good looking. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, Tim. Dave Mattingly says Derpy, I think Little Big League is a better movie, but Rookie of the Year is indeed more fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Derpy Entertainment says he knows the reasons why certain movies are not available to stream on Disney Plus. Okay. Gotcha. But anywho, put the kid in. The kid, what's his name? Henry. He's not ready, Fish. I don't care. We got a sellout crowd, and they're not here to see Chet Stedman. Now, Dan Hedaya has been in so many different movies. He's another great character actor. This man has been. He's been in Rookie of the Year. He was in The Addams Family with Raul Julia and Christopher Lloyd. He's appeared on episodes. He was on an episode of Person of Interest, one of the best, most underrated TV series ever made. Person of Interest is one of the greatest of all time.
I would admit that it's good. I just never thought it was like overrated or underrated.
I think Person of Interest is great, but not enough people talk about it. They really don't. Person of Interest was so good. Yeah, I noticed what Daniel Stern just did there. Sorry. Don't mean to get off track about the movie we're watching, known as Rookie of the Year, but if you've never seen the TV series Person of Interest, check it out because it's one of the best, most original shows ever.
He's like, you're in, kid, and he's nuts.
Yeah, you're in. That's the signal, kid. You're in. Let's see here. My goodness gracious. Dave Mattingly goes on to say, I eat fastballs for breakfast. Yes, we will get to that later. Dave Mattingly says, I remember him best of the Addams Family movie, Dan Hedaya's actor. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Dave Mattingly says, I've rewatched the entire series of Person of Interest run at least 5 times. Well done, Dave. Well done. I love that flippin' show. It's so good. I got season 1 on DVD. Probably should just go ahead and buy all 5 seasons. But
you probably find a deal for it on Amazon.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's definitely on Amazon. And I can probably, since I have store credit to a place called McKay's, I can always get it at McKay's. Yeah. I can probably get each season for like $5.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I could probably get for like $5 or $8. Because I found this is another fun fact for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Tim.
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
I found the TV series, the original. By the way, I know it got rebooted in the 2000s because everything gets rebooted. The original Knight Rider, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I found Knight Rider season 1. This, by the way, this was used. I'm not talking about it being fresh as a daisy. This was a used copy. I got it for $3.
Oh, that's not bad.
And did you know that Knight Rider season 1 includes some behind? I mean, most seasons of this season 1 of certain shows do this. Behind the scenes of the creation of the show, but also the sequel movie that came after it called Knight Rider 2000.
Yeah.
You get the whole movie on DVD on disc 4. And I'm thinking, dude, you get season 1 and you get the movie too. Like, heck yeah, I'm going to get it.
Yeah. Well, I
By the
mean,
way,
when
I
Sam
do like
Goody
Knight
was
Rider.
still around, that's where I got Angel all the seasons for like what was it, $15 a piece after my store credit.
And where was this?
And Sam Goody, remember those back in the
Oh
day?
yeah, baby. Sam Good. Those were
Yeah.
the days, buddy. Those were the days.
And these were the original, like the big books, the big box from the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
series. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boy, Henry Rowan Gardner's not doing so good pitching, is he? But anyway, before we get to the before I get back on the, because I do want to keep things on track here as best we can. Derpy Entertainment has some more favorite sports movies he wants to share with us. He says Glory Road, which I mentioned earlier. I just rewatched it. Good film. 42. That was an important movie. That's a good one. Coach Carter. That's a good one. Gridiron Gang. Haven't seen that one in a while. Are up there with let's see here. Biased taste. Some of the best sports movies. Okay, listen. Film fans to film fans, it's okay. If you have a top 5, top 10, top 15 list, go ahead and share it because everyone's list is going to be different. That's the beauty of being film
And,
fans.
well, yeah, I was going to say that's the beauty. Everyone's going to have a different opinion.
For 100%. And Dave Manley goes on to say, the TV series Person of Interest is when I first started following actress Amy Acker,
Yeah.
who played Root on Person of Interest. Yes. Amy Acker, to me, is one of the most psychotic, twisted, weirdest villains I have ever seen on a TV series by the character she portrayed on Person of Interest known as Root. So there you go. That's a fun fact. Derpy Entertainment, or not a fun fact, that's an opinion. Derpy Entertainment says the Rookie of the Year film is up there too. He says, throw the heat, kid, throw the heat. Come on, kid. Come on, kid. I don't know what I'm doing here. I can't do this. That's not my call, kid. Just rock and fire. Come on, let's go. See, the catcher's just being the catcher's just being simple with him.
Yep. It's like just shake it out.
And the manager's like, we don't have a chance. We got nothing. Ooh, dude, he nailed that fence.
I mean, this is the first time for him. You know, it's like those, like when the Mighty Ducks first started.
Ooh, he got the guy out at third, though.
Yeah.
Oh, what does he mean? Oh, he says, no, Rookie of the Year, the Rookie with Dennis Quaid. Yeah. You know what? Dave Manley says that fence had it coming, guys. I'll tell you what. I rewatched The Rookie about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I like that movie. It's like to me, that movie, yes, it's based on a true story, and yes, there's a formula to it, but it's an inspiring movie because it says, hey, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still go after your dreams and accomplish great things. So I have a good amount of respect for The Rookie. Disney's The Rookie with Dennis Quaid, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So
that was very good.
That was a good one. Yeah, if you're in the mood for a really good feel-good sports movie, look that up on Disney Plus because The Rookie's a good one. Once again, hashtag not a sponsor, guys. Let's see. He says, Dave Manley says, this movie, Rookie of the Year, might be my favorite John Candy role.
Ooh.
Well, he is a good announcer.
I mean, he is, but I still love Uncle Buck.
Oh, dude, did you know I finally saw that for like the first time all the way through when I bought it on DVD for like I got it from did I buy it? Yeah, I did. I bought it on DVD for like $2, something like that. And because I've never seen it all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces of it on network television. So I watched it and I'm like, dude, this movie's got some heart to it. I dig it.
You've only seen it once all the way through?
Yeah.
Damn, right?
I know, I waited so long, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Hey, look at the bright side here, Tim. At least I finally got it on DVD, and I can always go back and watch it again.
Yeah, well, as long as the DVD plays nice.
Well, the DVD for me
player plays nice.
Yeah, well, no, it's fine. It's fine, as far as I know. It's good. I watched it. It was a while ago though, but still, yeah, the racer's still up there.
I love how they're playing. They're taking care of the friend while he goes for the main girl.
He's trying to. Well, I mean, Julia Cat-Gaffney's character is going.
I know, but he's only as good as his wingman, and they're not the ones so
but
good.
But the wingman's getting called the wrong name by the girl that he's interested in. Remember, he says, "Hi, Roger," and then his friend turns to him and says, "She called you Roger, so." You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care that he's being called the
God.
wrong name.
I know, but it's just.
Hi, Henry. Come on, sit here. Come on. When she's like all interested, and remember, just now he dropped his tray in the trash can. Did you see? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
That was funny. I was like, dude, the girl has the hots for you, and you drop your lunch in the trash can because you're so overcome with it. Hey, what's that thing that your what's his name? Oh, Clark. No, George. No, it's Clark. Clark is his friend's name. The shorter friend's name.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Clark. What's that thing Clark's carrying around? Nothing. It's just something for this boat we're working on. These kids have a really, go for it attitude with like, hey, we may not have our own boat, but we're going to make our own boat.
Well, I mean, this was like essential back in when we were growing up. This was what we did. I mean, this is what I did growing up.
Oh
Growing
my
up in the
god.
area I did. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving the interaction with everyone in the chat here. He says, Dave Manley says the 3 R's: readiness, recuperation, and conditioning. He said that because Brigma said that earlier. And then Derby Entertainment, excuse me. Derby Entertainment says, I love the special feature section on this DVD with Rookie of the Year because it showed baseball stuff on how to practice. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then he says, Dave Mattingly says, if the right girl calls me by the wrong name, I'll have my name legally changed. Oh my gosh, Dave.
Oh God.
I love it, man.
Daniel is such a good character actor.
By the way, Daniel Stern is a horrible batter.
I know, but he's such a good character actor. It's just
he's like, bring it to me, and then he keeps getting hit in the right on top of the head with these balls, and then he says, "See what I did there? Huh? You see that? All right, now give me the good stuff." Oh, it's so good. And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the sports comedy known as Rookie of the Year. Tim, where are we in this movie?
We are at 40:44.
There you go. 40 minutes, 44-second mark. If you're just joining us and want to queue up your copy on a physical media or a streaming service, please do so now. Leave any and all your thoughts in the comment section below or the chat. Whether you are joining us live on the replay, thank you for being here. And don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. Garden hoser. Wait a minute, you're going down to the field level? No, please. That's too. Me, the owner of the Cubs, sitting down in the field level? They killed me. You're right. They don't want to.
All the behind the scenes people are just like, oh, come on. But everyone else is just like, hey.
Yay, we're going to have Henry Rowan Gardner on the field again. Great. And then Derby Entertainment says, laughing my ass off. You're welcome. There you go. Oh, gosh. This is too much fun, guys. By the way, excuse me for 1 second. Dave Manley says, my favorite Gary Busey movies are the following. By the way, Under Siege, I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah. That's another one. That's another good. It's a good
action thriller, maybe.
It's interesting. Let's just say that.
What category is it? Is it an action movie or a spy movie?
See, here's the thing, though. Seeing Gary, I classify it as a Gary Busey film. That's all I can because Gary is out there.
Well, yes. By the way, Dave Manley goes on to say his other favorite Gary Busey films are Under Siege, The Firm with Tom Cruise, which I have seen before, Dave, so you don't have to throw me under the bus for that. And this one. Okay, all right. So your favorite Gary are Rookie of the Year, The Firm, and what was the other? Under Siege. There you go.
Yeah, I think this is his most normal, like in a role of like
he's not out there like he is in a lot of his other movies.
Character.
He's a he's a patriarch kind of figure in this movie. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
probably. By the way, the other thing that he does, what was it? Gary Busey, the one where he's in. Remember Point Break?
Oh yeah.
Utah, get me 2. These bank robbers they're surfer dudes. They're surfers.
That's another one they had to ruin. They had to try to remake Point Blank. God.
Hey, listen, I know it got panned by everybody in the world, but I still want to sit down and watch the remake of Point Break. I still do. I've seen the
Why?
original. I have it on Blu-ray. I have the original on Blu-ray, but I've never seen the remake.
You're
And
not
yes,
missing much, Ryan. I
I
can
know
tell you.
people tell me all the time. People tell me all the time how I'm not missing anything with the remake of the film known as Point Break. By the way, Dave Manley says Under Siege is actually an action movie, and Steven
Yeah.
Seagal is. Oh, that's that movie where he looks at the girl
Yeah.
and says, "I'm just a cook." Is a cook on a warship that gets taken over by terror. Oh, so basically, it's Die Hard underwater.
It's
That's basically what it
basically
is.
if it's the '80s, you're going to see Steven Seagal pop up in an action film.
But Under Siege, the way Dave Manley just described it to us here in the chat, it sounds like it's Die Hard underwater.
Eh,
I don't know.
I mean, you can look at it like that, yeah. But
Uh,
I'm just saying, being in the '80s, Steven Seagal popping up. That
that's
was his
true.
time.
That's true. Didn't they make a sequel called Under Siege 2 with Owen Wilson or something like that?
I thought they had three of them.
Was there three of them? I thought it was
I
just two.
thought, but it might just be two. But I could have sworn there
Does
was
anyone want to let us know how many Under Siege movies there are? And if there is a
I'll
box
look
set
it.
out there, maybe I'll go and pick it up. Dave Manley goes on to say Chet Steadman's pep talk at the end is the greatest pep talk of all time. The had to. What? The had to. Each one is half win and half lose. The had to is what you use when you're afraid.
Oh, there's only two, Ryan.
Oh, there is only two movies? Okay,
Yeah.
well, the next time, like I said, if I find it for like $1 in the budget section at my local McKay's bookstore, I'll probably pick it up.
Oh God.
Which one?
Will there ever be an Under Siege 3? Steven Seagal is planning and writing a third Under Siege movie.
Really?
God.
That's it. Okay.
The
By the way,
the day I see a trailer is the day I believe that.
okay. Well, I will say this though. There's a video out there that's on the interwebs, and real quick, I know this is kind of off the beaten path of Rookie of the Year, but hey, most of this conversation has been.
Yeah,
But
we kind of do.
it happens. There's a video on YouTube from Looper, the YouTube channel known as Looper, that does like, hey, why certain franchises ended. Hey, here's a top 10, blah, blah, blah. It's like Watch Mojo. So they made a video called Movies You Didn't Know Made Low Budget Direct-to-Video Sequels. Now, granted, Under Siege was not mentioned because there's only, I mean, I think both movies were released theatrically. So I got to send you this video because I didn't know how many sequels there have been that have been released for certain movies. One of them I already knew, but a few of the ones that were mentioned on the list, I thought I didn't know there were that many.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to send you that link and share that with you because the fact that these franchises have had so many direct-to-video sequels and they still keep going, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happens.
Well, it's kind of like well, I mean, speaking of Thomas Ian here with American Pie, you know, with the whole Stifler side of the family. I guess.
Yeah, all the American Pie
all
Presents
those were
movies.
released to video.
Direct-to-video,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Hey, Rowan Gardner, you suck. By the way, if my friends and I were at Wrigley Field, we'd be totally doing this. Going out in the field and pretending to play a game of baseball and just have fun. Just have fun, you know?
This is why I love Dazed and Confused that we were talking about earlier. Or Dazed and Confused, I'm sorry.
Oh, but speaking of Dazed Confused, fun fact, that movie turns 30 later this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you want to do one?
I'm calling dibs on that. I love that movie.
Okay, so I need to go back and get another copy of it on DVD because the copy I bought, it works fine, but the widescreen is like the not enhanced for 16:9 television.
Ryan, I will spend the money. I will get you the copy. I will get you the copy.
Really? Because I was going to get that on Wednesday. But if you want to find me a copy of Angels in the Outfield and Dazed Confused, then go right ahead.
I will. I will send you a double feature kit.
All right, go ahead. I'm sure that will cost you like what, $10?
If that.
All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, I bought a DVD copy that the widescreen wasn't enhanced for 16:9 televisions.
Oh yeah.
It was a generic DVD.
This is what I'm talking about. This is I love this interaction.
Yeah. It's just humanizing.
Yeah, it's so good.
So you must be. Hi, Henry's mom. Oh, it's Mary. I'm Mary. Hi, Mary. I'm Chet.
I mean,
Thanks.
this is the difference when you watch it from a kid to as an adult. It's just all the different layers. It's so good.
Hey, don't worry, Mrs. Rowan-Gardner. We'll take good care of him. Do whatever Mr.
Oh,
Brinker
okay,
says,
okay,
honey. I love you.
but speaking, who the hell wears plaid
Well, he's
anymore? Come on,
old-fashioned. He's vintage.
I know, but come on.
Hey, your mom's got a pretty good arm. I haven't seen the floater pitch since Scuffy McGee. Bye. So long.
I
Let's go back.
really have a thing. He's watching Daniel Klein's character.
Let's go back to our dull lives and search for meaning. As one of Henry's friends likes to point out at the end of that scene. On the road, we can serve our food. Everywhere we go, there's free food. Look at this tray, for example. I take it back to the hotel, put it on ice, and then in the morning, voila, breakfast.
Okay, I've never been that hungover in my life.
Man, did you read that? Is the get I'll be right back. That was my favorite part of the whole movie is when he bounces the tray onto that guy. That was my favorite part. That was my favorite part. So what are you eating there? Chicken fingers. How are they? They're good. What are you having? One of the best Salisbury steaks I've ever had in my life. You want some? Sure. By the way, here, our good friend Dave Manley is saying something in the chat here. He says, Daniel Stern's getting locked in the hotel scene is fantastic. Well, we're getting there, Dave. We haven't gotten there yet, but we're getting there. Excuse me. I got to be honest with you. Gary Busey is he's very subdued in this movie. He's just playing a normal, like, an aging, bottom of the barrel,
he's like
washed
the
up
aging
pitcher.
mentor character. Yeah.
He is, but he's a washed up pitcher who's still trying to offer advice.
Well, it's kind of like what's his? I can never remember
What character?
Who's the boss guy?
Oh, you mean Tony Danza?
Yeah, he was like in Angels in the Outfield. He was like
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry, your door seems to be malfunctioning.
He's another. I've seen him in a lot of movies too.
The hotel guy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
What else? Wait a minute. Was he in the movie There's Something About Mary as Mary's brother?
I'd have to rewatch that. I don't remember.
Okay, he might have been Mary's brother.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen him in a lot of '90s movies.
Oh, 90s stuff?
Yeah.
Well, if you remember any of the titles, feel free.
Yeah, I've also had 5 out of a 6-pack right now too. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that anyone's keeping track here in the studio.
No, that's how I cope with bad days work.
It's okay. Hey, everyone's been there. We all have our own things that we do to relieve the stress.
Here's your favorite scene coming up, right?
Whoa. Did that door just close in on him? Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Need help. Little help now. Anywho, our good friend here, Dave Manley, says, throw the high stinking cheddar. We want a pitcher, not an underwear snitcher. Oh, my gosh. We're getting there, Dave. You keep jumping ahead of the movie, man. Seriously. You keep jumping ahead.
I mean, there is a lot of, like, great liners in this movie.
Look at the uniform and his name spread all over that uniform. That must have taken forever to stitch that together. Ready for another in? You betcha, Sally, baby. Good, you're on deck. Huh? You're up after Fern. Huh? You can't let him bat. Gotta learn sometime. If I were playing baseball for a team, I wouldn't want to bat either. I would just want to be in the outfield.
Well, it's kind of like when they put Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher is on offense. Last game of the year, Brent. Can't hold anything back now.
I understood that reference. Dave Manley says he's got no strike zone.
He's so nervous.
Well, who wouldn't? I mean, who wouldn't be? They're going to let him bat? Excuse me.
Even his mom.
Gee whiz.
Oh, God, I remember the L.A. doctor uniforms. God. Oh, Ryan's gone. Now we're gonna have more fun. All right, no, I'm just kidding. He's so nervous. Come on, get up, Henry. You can do it. I think this is the one time they cuss.
No, Dave, no one killed anybody. I had to briefly had to step out of the studio for just a moment. And
You
also,
missed the only swear word in the whole movie.
oh yeah, Chet Stebbin, yeah. Dave Manley says to have to, and then Dave Manley says, "Oh my God, you killed Ryan." No, no one killed anybody. I'm here. I'm back. Everything's fine. He swung at the ball. Come on, why isn't that a strike? Oh, they walked him. All right. He got on base. Oh my God, he got on base. It's gonna take much longer. I remember those small TVs too, guys.
Oh yeah.
I remember those small TVs. My brother had one of those, man. It was either my oldest brother or my middle brother. He had one, and I thought, well, if I'm going to watch TV in the middle of the night when my parents aren't around and I want to watch whatever, I'm going to need this TV, man. So eventually, I think I just borrowed it from my brother one night.
We used it for if you're going to play Sega, have a second one, like if you're watching like wrestling or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing video games at certain points. I think we did play it on that TV. I can't remember. But anywho, let's see here. There was that TV, and then I remember getting and I'm sure you remember this too. For those of you maybe watching or listening, and to just give you a brief overview. Pitcher, yes. Pitcher's got a big butt, Dave Manley. That's what Dave Manley's saying. That's the line too. And hey, look, it's an error. They threw the ball past first base. He's going for it. He's going for it. Slide. Boy, his mom is like frantic, dude.
Oh yeah.
You can't get me. Mm-hmm. Man, look at the taunts. He's just taunting the pitcher. Oh, he hit Suarez in the back. Well, Suarez is on first. Oh. And now they're both running. This is as fast as I go. He's running, man. He's running. I don't think I've ever seen. Can that happen in real life? Two batters running at the same time and still get safe?
Probably. I've never seen it.
Or do you have to suspend disbelief?
I mean, probably suspend disbelief because it's a kid playing in the MLB. So, of course, our hero finally gets freed.
He drops the R. By the way, the song that's playing right now is a big band song my aunt had a CD mixtape of different big band songs, and this was one of them. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's the theme from Rookie of the Year. I got to hear this again. So, by the way, this movie has a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I think this movie has a. And by the way, Tim, we haven't gotten to it yet, but there's a scene in this movie where the soundtrack really kicks into high gear, and it's one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie because it's just the joys of childhood. You know what I mean? And we're going to get to that a little bit later on in this show, but
that reminds me of the Cheers bar. That scene when they're in the bar cheering for it. It reminds me of the Cheers bar.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Derpy Entertainment's quoting the movie again, and Dave Mattingly says the rule book doesn't say that a dog can't play basketball. I understood that one, Dave. He's referring to the movie Air Bud.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember? Speaking of Air Bud, do you know they've released like a dozen direct-to-video?
Yeah, I do want to see like how many sequels they've. I'm going to look that up.
Well, it's on that video that I'm about. Well, it's on that video that I'm going to send you here a little bit later on tonight.
Oh, okay.
It's in that video because they do mention how many Air Bud movies there are in the series.
Oh God, Lord!
Oh, did you Google it?
Oh my God, there's so many.
There's like 15 of them, right?
Oh my, that's insane.
Yeah, it's I don't get it either. No way. We'll take you home. You could drop me off at the next terminal. I'll get a cab. By the way, that's a nice limousine.
Oh yeah.
In the movie. And for those of you just joining us, we are celebrating what is known as Rookie of the Year's 30th anniversary here on this episode of Movie Anniversary Watch Along at Nerd Culture Channel. Don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. If this is your first time here, welcome. We are so happy that you are with us. Leave any and all your thoughts about this movie or some of your favorite sports movies, maybe not so favorite sports movies, in the comment section or the live chat. We appreciate any and all your thoughts. And Tim, where are we currently in the movie known as Rookie of the Year?
We're an hour and 30 seconds in.
There you go. Hour 30 seconds in. If you want to keep your copy on a physical media or streaming service and watch the movie along with us, share your feelings about it in the chat. Feel free to do so. We would love to hear from you. We appreciate each and every single one of you who have commented so far. Thank you. And thank you to Tim, our panelist, for being on with us tonight. Henry, what are you doing?
Now he's playing the Parent Trap.
I happen to like this music. Goodness gracious. Dave Mattingly says another great sports movie is A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Jousting.
Not the one with Heath Ledger. It's a different one.
Oh, it is? There are two different movies called A Knight's Tale?
Yeah. I think he's talking. I don't think he's talking about the Heath Ledger one.
Well, which one?
I think there's another one.
Really?
Let me look it up.
A Knight's Tale? Well, let us know, Dave.
I could have sworn, because I don't think it's.
Let us know which movie you're referring to.
I might be remembering a kid in King Arthur's Court accidentally.
Well, that's the same actor. Thomas Ian Nicholas was in the movie A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
No, okay, I was mistaken. He's probably talking about.
He did say I'm actually talking about the Heath Ledger film, A Knight's Tale. Yeah. Okay. Also, Alan Tudyk, Paul Bettany. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great
cast in A Knight's Tale. And yes, I've actually finally sat down and watched A Knight's Tale from beginning to end because I've only seen bits and pieces of it over the years. Finally saw it. It's an enjoyable movie.
What about 10 Things I Hate About You?
I've seen that. I finally saw that. I saw that years ago. By the way, that's a good movie, 10 Things I Hate About You. And if you want to stream it, Tim, it is on Disney Plus. # not a sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a Touchstone Pictures movie.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a... Yeah, it was a Disney subsidiary.
It was a subsidiary, of Disney, yeah. So a lot of including the movies Sister Act and Sister Act 2.
Oh, God, I love those movies.
Well, those movies are on Disney Plus, man, if you want to go back and stream them.
Yeah.
And yes, I've watched both of them.
And Karina, that was another great one.
Dude, I haven't seen that one, but I got to be honest with you. I like Sister Act 2 more than the first one.
Really? Wow. Oh. I mean, it's kind of a reversal how we were talking.
Yeah, it's got a young, hip cast. It's got Jennifer Love Hewitt in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's got the girl from the band or the musician Lauryn Hill is in it. So, as Rita Watson. So you also have that to consider. Little competition, eh, Jack? I got news for you. They want to buy the kid. Who? The Yankees. They want to buy him. What do you mean? Buy him. But he's a kid. Cubs own him. Oh my goodness. Dave Manley says, I liked Nuns on the Run better than the Sister Act movies. Well, to each their own, Dave. I grew up in the 90s, so Sister Act 1 and 2 were big ones that I watched as a kid.
Oh no, I did like the Smokey and the Bandit movies over the Fast and the Furious movies.
I still have not seen a Smokey and the Bandit movie.
Oh God, we've got to do one for that.
I haven't seen Smokey and the Bandit here, Tim.
I mean, even just the first one, it's
yeah. I mean, they brought the original cast back for the sequel, but then part 3 was just about the sheriff. So,
I mean, yeah, but it's still entertaining.
The third one is still entertaining, even though a lot of people railroad the third one.
Just for the interaction of Buford and Junior, that it was just great.
Okay, well,
my favorite line in the third one is it's like towards the end of it, they're kind of giving up. You know, towards that, like every movie has like give up scene and you get back into it. He's like, Daddy, does this mean I won't be your tick turd anymore? And he's like, Junior, you'll always be my tick turd.
By the way, I wish I was Henry Rowan Gardner in this scene making this Diet Pepsi commercial. I mean, I'm sorry, but the attractive women, the attractive women who are on set here. I mean, my goodness gracious.
Yeah. But I mean, do you remember these old cans? Like just the old logos are just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to a certain degree, I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. What was that last line again? Is it irresistibly, hypothetically, analytical? I don't know. It's 2 minutes. By the way, Dave Manley says, Ryan, do yourself a favor. You can skip the Smokey and the Bandit movies and the Cannonball Run movies.
Well, okay, Dave. Hold on now. Now, Dave. No, he cannot skip the Smokey and the Bandit movies or the Cannonball Run movies. Those are cinematic classics. I'm sorry, Dave, but they are cinematic classics.
I think if I remember correctly, I think Cannonball Run is currently streaming for free on YouTube with ads. So I can go back. I think Smokey and the Bandit's on there too. I can go back and watch those for free.
Yeah.
I don't know. By the way, Dave Manley says the racing movies hold no cultural significance.
You're wrong, sir. You're wrong. I'm sorry.
I believe Tim Smith is pulling a wrong, sir. Wrong. You get nothing. You lose.
Willy Wonka.
Hey, sir. Yeah. He's probably pulling one of those there. Goodness gracious.
Of course, this is where we hit into the.
Oh, I think he's playing Tetris on his Game Boy, isn't he? That's gonna make you stupid. I guess it already did. Talking about him playing his Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
Is he playing Tetris though?
Oh, I just got done with the fight scene.
Sorry, I'm a few. My DVD copy is being fidgety.
Oh yeah.
And this is the full screen version I'm watching it on. So I hope this isn't the case for the widescreen when I go back and look at the disc. So
I used to play my grandmother's original Game Boy so much. Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, that is Tetris though, because I can see the background.
Okay, Dave Manley says Tim can hold his own quaint opinions.
Okay.
Quaint opinions.
Okay. All right. That's adorable, Dave. That's adorable.
Tim, let me know when you get to the scene where he comes back to get Henry and then he gives him a ride home.
Okay, I'll let you know. He's in the office right now.
All right, let me know when you get to the point where he's coming down the stairs, telling him, "Hey, get dressed. I'm taking you home." Okay. Minor production note, because like I said, my DVD player is being fidgety.
I always hated that sleazeball manager. I always hated him. Okay, Ryan, we're here.
All right. Thank you. Things are back on the track here as we continue to celebrate what is known as the 30th anniversary
Classic cars, God, and another one right in the background.
Dave Mattingly says we are currently up to the 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 10-second mark, according to Dave Mattingly. So thank you, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy. If you're just joining us and want to queue up your copy on a physical media or streaming service, please do so. We're watching the movie known as Rookie of the Year for its 30th anniversary celebration. By the way, that's a good piece of advice he gives Henry there. Don't take this game too seriously, because one day it's going to be over. Your gift will be gone. Don't forget that. It's a good piece of advice there, Tim.
Oh yeah. I mean, he plays like that aging mentor very well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, those old phones.
Is that a Corvette?
Yeah.
That's a nice looking car, though.
Oh, the old classic bodies were great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a nice looking car, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick about hearing about Chet Stedman.
And the fun thing, when he was giving that advice over his shoulder, I used to have one of those with old Metros.
Dave Manley says, in his words, don't take life too seriously. No one gets out alive. Boy, that's pretty deep there, Dave.
He's very true on that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Just punch him.
Mary, I never want to see you near us. Well, you're going to be seeing me. You're going to be seeing a lot of me because they're going to New York together. What? Henry's been sold to the Yankees. They stole me? They can't. Of course I can. I'm the manager. You know, I'm going to... Oh, boy. I'm just...
Greatest scene right there in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Check the private chat there, Tim.
Okay.
Mom's got a good arm. Yes, she does. Yeah. Yes, she does. Oh, boy. My favorite scene is coming up, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still a good one. When him and his mom bond over his dad. I mean, I grew up a single parent, so I can relate to this.
Yeah. You there yet?
Not yet. They're still bonding. Maybe I'll get you a new DVD player too, because there's not that much. Okay, we're here.
Well, if you want to get me a portable DVD player, that would be great. Because right now this thing is being.
Well, yeah, those are the cheap ones.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, man! Don't. This technical stuff. Come on, keep going, man. Come on. Keep it fresh. See? So Henry shows up to meet up with his friends, and they're about to put the boat into the water and test it out, see if it works okay. This is my favorite scene coming up. And then he looks back at him.
You coming?
So you coming?
Oh, God, I think it's smoking so bad.
But, dude, that's not my favorite part, though.
I know, but it's just like, God.
Yeah, it's not the best job mechanically, but dude, I mean, you got to admit, the song.
So many fun days with this, yeah.
Dude, this scene, less than 2 minute scene of them getting into the boat, using it for the first time. Yes, it's got mechanical problems with it being smoky and stuff with the engine. I get it, but the song is one of the best songs I've ever heard in a movie, and it's called "Get Up." by Mike and the Mechanics. Great song. Solid album. I love this song so much. I went out and bought the CD of this band with this album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I love the song so much. I'm like, I have to have this on CD. Where can I get it? And I found out who the artist was. It was Mike and the Mechanics, right? So I found Mike and the Mechanics' greatest hits, and this is one of those songs that's on the album. And I thought, I got to get the CD. So I was like, hey, come on, come with us, get on the boat, come on. This
I,
is childhood at its finest. You build something with your friends, you build it on your own terms, you do what you want to do, you invite your friends to join you, you get the girls that you're interested in, you get the love interest in there. Julie the Cat Gaffney is in this movie, guys. She's hanging out in the boat with Henry, and they're splashing water all over each other, just being goofy and silly. And you got Mike and the Mechanics playing Get Up in the
I do love how they stick the third wheels in the back with all the smoke in the engine.
Yeah, they stick the third wheels in the back. Yeah. Ha. And look, he puts her arm around her. The Clark does because he's interested. Like, he's committed, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
this scene's awesome. I love it. It's a great song. If you've never heard the song "Get Up" by Mike and the Mechanics, stream it wherever you can. It is a great 4.5-minute song. It inspires you to go after what you want and get something out of life. It's so good. And by the way, Dave Mattingly says another good sports movie is Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, I forgot about that one now.
Well, the Rodney Dangerfield movies I remember are Caddyshack and The Ladybugs.
Well, I think Caddyshack's the more well known. I don't know about the Ladybugs.
You never heard of Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield?
I mean, I've heard of it because my mom showed me every 80s and 90s movie you could think of.
Okay, so let me give you an idea here. The Ladybugs is a movie that starred the late, great Jonathan Brandis, young actor, passed away far, far, far too soon. Rest in peace, Jonathan Brandis. He plays his son, Rodney Dangerfield's son, and his dad is about to coach a girls' soccer team. And he needs to fill out the rest of the team. So he convinces his son to dress up as a girl to be on this soccer team.
Yeah, no, I remember the movie. I just don't know if it's that one of like his.
Okay, well, I'm just giving you the premise of the movie Ladybugs.
Yeah.
With Rodney
No,
Dangerfield.
I remember. Yeah.
Hey, Chet, you gonna win it for me today? What? Oh, I want that duffel bag too, man.
Oh, yeah.
I want that duffel bag. I want that Chicago Cubs. That is a good-looking duffel bag for sure. What do you mean I'm starting? Big game like this, I got to go with experience, even if it is you. Sal.
He's just like, I don't know about this.
Hey, guys, Chet's got the ball. Yeah, let's go. But hey, if you're willing to gift me a new DVD, a new portable DVD player with these 3 movies, hey, have at it, man.
I love how they leave behind.
Not to get technical, and not to get personal, but yeah, they all leave, and he's still sitting there. I'm like, you guys didn't hear him marching out?
That's his whole gimmick for the whole movie is just getting lost and shit.
Ooh, forgot my lucky seeds. And then the door closes in on him and it locks. Oh boy.
At least this time he's in between 2 doors. At least this time.
Oh my lord.
We get it, John. We get it. And it's the Cubs. See, I would have loved if this crossed in with Angels in the Outfield. We just saw Christopher Lloyd warming up Chet's shoulder. That's one, Gary. That's one. Stella got her groove back, folks. Okay, Archie Bunker calmed. Oh, Daniel. So great.
Let's see here. Dave says pitch from the have to. Dave says all the marbles, as John Candy was saying earlier. Dave Manley, this is why it's my favorite John Candy movie. All right, that's fair. So, Tim, for those of you just joining us, we were celebrating the 30th anniversary known as Rookie of the Year. Tim, where are we in Rookie of the Year, and what scene are we at?
We are at 1:20 and 5 seconds, and old man Duncan's buying them all hot dogs. $3 for a hot dog. Yeah, yeah, I can relate to that now. I go to a music concert, and it's $9 for a pretzel. I feel you. Oh, his arm's giving out, folks.
And Dave Manley says the climax ending makes great use of the plot twist of slipping on another ball. Spoiler alert for a 30-year-old movie. Oof, his arm's starting to give out.
Yeah. Come on, Gary. You can do it.
They stuck him up in the nosebleed section. Hot dogs, get them while they're hot. After Henry revealed it.
When I went to the Hall of Fame games, it was I remember that guy up there. I was like, hot dogs, peanuts. It's like, yeah.
Dave Manley says he's got promoted to hot dog seller. Yep, exactly.
All he wants is one more, coach.
Give me one more.
Oh, and that's yeah.
And Dave Manley goes on to say, throw the high sticking cheddar. As we go through this here. And for those of you just joining us, we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Rookie of the Year, starring Thomas Ian Nicholas and directed by the one and only Daniel Stern. Tim, where are we here in Rookie of the Year? Can you give us a timestamp?
We're at 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Thank you very much, Tim. Do greatly appreciate that. If you're just joining us and want to queue up your copy on a physical media or a streaming service, please do so now. Let us know any and all your thoughts in the comment section below or the live chat. Whether you are joining us live or on the replay, thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends.
Come on, Jerry. Don't let John Candy down.
Gee whiz. Even John Candy saying, go! In slow-mo. Go for it. He's out at home. He's out at home. He got it. On a side note for this movie known as Rookie of the Year, I am kind of happy that they didn't hint at a romance between Henry's mom and Chet Seven. It was just a mutual friendship. I mean, maybe. Well, Henry was trying to set him up with her, but at the same time, it's their decision. Henry can't make them do it.
Yeah, but
I think it was just a friendship here, Tim. I don't think it was a romance. I think it was just a friendship.
I think there's like a slightest little whiff, maybe, but
if you want to go back and think about it a little bit more, or maybe you can go back tomorrow and rewatch this again and see if there are any hints that I may have missed, please let me know.
It's not as prevalent as like in the Big Green with the coach and the sheriff. But
you mean in the movie? You mean in the movie?
Yeah, did I say show?
Yeah, you said the movie. I thought you meant the movie. Yeah, and Dave Manley goes on to say, Little Big League does have a mom and baseball player romance. I'm glad that Rookie of the Year didn't. Yep, fair point, Dave. Fair point.
Yeah. Well, the Big Green, too, also had that, too.
Yeah, that was. It's funny you bring up the Big Green. I haven't heard that name or watched that movie in a long time. But
Disney Plus.
But a few days ago, I sat down and I watched it. I watched The Big Green after so long of not seeing, and I met the lead actress in that movie, Olivia Dabo, at a convention, and she was a very nice, kind human being. She was great to hang around with. I had her sign my Wonder Years DVD set because she played Karen Arnold on the hit TV series The Wonder Years. That's probably one of her most known roles. But man, I should have asked her stuff about The Big Green.
I'm surprised no one. I don't know if anyone has. Everyone probably remembers her more for the Wonder Years,
and her stint on Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
Yeah.
She played a big name villain on Law and Order: Criminal Intent, and also I don't know if you remember this. She was a voiceover actress in the Batman Beyond TV series.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she was a member of the Royal Flush Gang in Gotham in Batman Beyond. That was an animated TV series.
I love this scene. He's like, just get us through this game, please.
All right, one more inning. Get us through
He's like the equivalent of all the Cubs fans ever. One more inning. Just get us through this.
And this is also another fun fact for you here, Tim. Dave Manley says Olivia Dabo was also in the movie Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan the Destroyer movie.
She played the princess or the princess queen. Well, queen.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I hope that's still streaming on Max because I need to go back and watch that.
I think it is. I think they just took it off of Netflix. I don't know.
I have to double check that. But Olivia Dabo, I didn't like Conan the Barbarian. I watched like 20, 30 minutes of it, and I just couldn't do it. But I'm willing to watch Conan the Destroyer because it's got Olivia Dabo in it.
Wow. I love Conan the Barbarian.
Nah,
I thought it was far better than the Destroyer.
See, that's where you and I differ. I couldn't even make it past like 30 minutes of the original Conan, so that's why I prefer the remake to the original.
Oh, the one with Jason Momoa?
Aquaman, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the remake. I didn't mind it.
The remake was fine.
It had an accomplished cast with Stephen Lang playing the antagonist, and you also had Rose McGowan, who's like unrecognizable as the sorceress. Remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, she was a whacked out sorceress in that movie.
Well, it's sci-fi. It's science. Not science. It's
fantasy. It's fantasy.
Fantasy.
It's fantasy adventure.
There's a lot of whacked out sorcerers.
Sorcerers or witches and mystical arts, that kind of deal.
the
By the way,
crazy nut job witch in the Ewoks movies.
Henry just slipped on a baseball, and now his arm is gone, which means his gift of throwing a 100-mile-an-hour fastball is no longer with him. So now Henry has to figure out a way. How am I going to strike out 3 batters in the top of the 9th?
Yeah.
And Henry is saying no to the signals that his catcher is attempting to give him. Dave Mattingly says, now we need 3 tricks to get 3 outs. Yes, that's true. By the way, Olivia Dabo has a line there, Tim, in the movie Conan the Destroyer, where she says, I suppose nothing hurts you. Only pain. I'm like, what kind of lame line is that? I mean, that's the same line that Swayze used on Kelly Lynch in the movie Roadhouse, where she looks at him and says, do you enjoy pain? Do you remember that? She looks at him and says, do you enjoy pain? Pain don't hurt. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That makes no sense. Do you remember that movie? Have you seen?
Yeah.
You've seen Roadhouse, right?
I have, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know, I liked that movie, but I got to be honest. You can definitely tell that movie it's definitely over OTT cheese for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think a lot of those movies back.
A lot of those movies in the '80s had that formula.
Yeah. Like Footloose, it was cheesy as hell.
What was the other one that was similar to that? Flashdance.
Yeah.
Flashdance was the other one. You remember that one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I've never seen Flashdance. I've never even seen the original. I've never even seen the remake of Footloose. I've never seen either one.
I haven't seen the remake. I remember the original one, but I think that was in a time whenever the remakes were coming on. It's like, oh, come on, can't we just do something new?
That's a good point. Dave, here's something for you, Tim. Dave Mattingly says,
only pain is like Thor and
only if I die. Yes, that's what killing you means. From Avengers, and I believe, was that Infinity War or Endgame? I think it was Infinity War. No, it was. No, it was Infinity War. Yeah. I remember what you're saying now, Dave. Only pain is like Thor and Etri's exchange in the movie Avengers: Infinity War. That's what kill you. Only if I die. Yes, that's what killing you means. So yeah, I get it. I remember that. By the way, Infinity War is a great comic book movie.
That just brings up a scene I loved in Conan, which I know you didn't like, but
yeah, I didn't like the original.
I love the scene when he's praying to Chrome, like his god.
Chrome.
I love that scene so much. Where it's just like he's praying to him, and he's like, "If you don't listen, then to hell with you." I love it.
I can't believe he fell for that. The hidden ball trick. The hidden ball trick. 1 out, 2 to go. Here in the top of the 9th for this movie known as Rookie of the Year, we are reaching the last few minutes of this movie for its 30th anniversary. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends.
Now we have to play slippery ball just to get this.
He's playing stick ball. Oh, God, I'm going to kill him. Hey, Steven. By the way, those are nice jackets, too. I'm telling you, everything the Chicago Cubs have in terms of uniforms and swag is just really good stuff.
Well, I mean, a lot of these old uniforms are. It's good seeing a lot of this old stuff.
Brings back memories for you, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Well, this was my grandpa tried to get me into baseball so much. Like, there were so many old games I saw.
And now he's playing mind games with the first base runner from the New York Mets. Go on, I double dare you. Did he kicked the ball? Okay, come on, let's play some ball. What's the matter? You scared? What are you, chicken? I'm not a chicken, you're the chicken. Hey, what's this? He's a kid being a kid, man. He's just playing the mind games. Yet you really are. Chicken. I'm not a chicken. You're the chicken. Chicken. Hey, Needles. Nice set of wheels. Let's see what she can do. Next screen. No thanks. What's the matter? Chicken? I love when Needles says that in Back to the Future Part 3. I'm sorry, but I just love that. Is he gonna run for it? Yeah, he's running for it. That's what he's doing, right? Yeah. He tagged him. He tagged him before he got to second. He's out.
I love that the manager and Chet's just like all pissed off, and then all of a sudden they're just so happy. Oh shit!
I know, right?
Oh no!
It's Hato. Remember me, kid? Dun, 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 dun. There's your score. Holy goosebumps. Not Hato. It's Hato. It's Hato. Look at the size of this guy. Was he like 6'4", 6'3",
Oh
6'4"?
yeah,
He's got like,
he's
24-inch
probably
pythons like Hulk Hogan.
I want to say 240.
It's about 240, you think? Yeah.
I think.
What's he saying? He can't hit your fastball. He can't hit your fastball. Well, Henry's going to go for it here, guys. Wait a minute, he just threw it. Strike one. The changeup. That was a changeup.
Oh.
Give me it. Give me it. That's the best you got. He's going to do it again. Go foul. Go foul. Go foul. Please go foul. Please go foul. No, no, no. No, no. Foul ball. It's a foul ball. Strike two. You were wrong again, Ernie. Even though he was the one who was saying it's a fair ball, not foul, but, hey. Dave says, you were wrong again, Ernie. Thank you, Dave Manley. Appreciate you quoting the movie along with us there, buddy. What do I do? What do I do? What do you do? What do you do? I believe is this next year or is it 1995? No, it's next year. Next year we get the celebrate the 30th anniversary, one of the greatest action movies of all time, Tim.
What?
Speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Speed. Pop quiz, hot shot.
I can't believe it's been 30 years for Speed. Damn.
Tim, that movie's freaking awesome. It's one of my all-time favorite action movies.
It is very good, yeah.
I love that. Dude, I didn't see that movie until like a few years ago, and I thought to myself, I wish I would have seen this when I was a kid because I still would have loved it. I love that movie.
That's one of the ones I wish they didn't make a sequel. I really.
Yeah. And did you know that Sandra Bullock has gone on record by saying that of all the movies in her career that she regrets doing, that's the one she regrets the most, is Speed 2 Cruise Control?
Out of all the movies, that?
Yeah. She regrets doing it, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, people throw it under a bus anyway, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, no pun intended. But,
You can't. Well, nah, I walked right into that one. By the way, Dave Manley says the floater, Scuffy McGee. That's right. That's right. And by the way, what did you think of this reveal that Henry's mother was actually the one who used to be a baseball player and not his dad?
I mean, I thought it was fine as a kid. Like I didn't really think too much into it. It was like, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was.
But I mean, I've been there too, where you always hear the one parent make up the stories for the other one, but it's. I mean, it's fine.
All right. I thought the reveal.
I love that scene when he's just like sticking out his tongue, trying to hit it.
Yeah, he's curling. Yeah, he's curling it. Yeah. See, it's a floater pitch too. See, there it is. There it is right there.
Yeah.
It's like, I got it. I'm going to swing it. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit the ball. Lands in the catcher's glove, right? Yeah, strike three. Yeah. And the Chicago Cubs just won the division championship against the New York Mets.
Too bad they have no shot in the playoffs, but you know.
Well, the reveal at the end of the movie may say otherwise, but you know, because it's been 16 years. Why did I let
Daniel
go?
Klein in the game.
I think the reveal of
Oh,
his mom being the real baseball player and not his dad. The first time I saw that, I was a bit shocked, but then I look at it, I'm like, kind of a weak reveal,
oh, I mean, it's.
kind of a weak sauce, kind of subplot there.
I mean, he got it from one parent, I guess. You
Yeah, I mean, he got it from his mom, but at the same time, and then
know.
yeah,
I mean, it's one of those like the single parent movies, like from
I
all the
got
sports
it.
movies.
Henry caught the ball in his little league game. Look, he's got his friends cheering him on. He's got the girl. I think they may or may not be together as boyfriend girlfriend. I don't know.
He's got
They
his new
never
stepdaddy. Oh
they
yeah,
never
the World Series
yeah,
championship
but
ring.
they
Yeah.
never indicated whether Henry was together with Julie
Oh
the
no,
Cat Gabbard.
yeah, they never did, but
They
he
never
always had
revealed whether he got the girl or not, and they never revealed if Roger was dating the other girl too,
yeah. I
or
mean, you kind of
George was dating.
always just
Look at
hope.
that, World Series champions, Chicago Cubs,
That's
as the
that's that's
reveal at
one the
the end.
Cubs fans really wish that was real.
I know, right? Let's see here. Dave Manley says the pitch that takes 3 windups, and Dave Manley goes on to say the final freeze frame is a great way to close out the movie. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, we have reached the end of Rookie of the Year here on this special presentation at Nerd Culture Channel. Tim, I want to turn things over to you for a minute. What was it like watching this movie 30 years later, 30th anniversary? What are your thoughts on Rookie of the Year? And on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to give it? Go ahead.
I think watching it now as an adult, I mean, it still holds up with all the other sports movies from when we were kids, like The Sandlot, Angels in the Outfield, all those. It still holds up. It's still a very good, heartwarming movie, which I think Hollywood is missing the point of today nowadays. It's it's still very good. I think it's one of Gary Busey's better roles as that mentor figure for the kid. I think actually it's one of the better sports movies mentors, other than probably Gordon Bombay with Charlie in the Mighty Ducks. Um, but it's still up there with that. I think probably Gordon and Charlie take it better, but Chet and Henry are still pretty much up there with it. Um, the story of getting too big for your britches with his friends, seeing that play off in the side too. That's always good, especially the moment. Like I did like that moment. Like it's one of your favorite scenes, Ryan, with the kids in the boat after they get it fixed up, and they're out there with their friends, with the girls they like, and they're just having that great kid day. You know what I mean? It's very good, and for Daniel Klein's directorial movie, he plays such a great secondary character in the movie that that helps it along. It's very well rounded. Probably, I'd give it. I'd probably go 8 out of 10 with it, with uh, out of a 10 scale, an 8 out of 10. Uh, not saying like there's no nitpicks or anything. I don't really have any nitpicks with it. Just 8 out of 10. Just being being so old, I'm more of like an action comedy guy, so I always have those movies higher up. But this is still a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's like we said before. It's streaming on Max. It's streaming on Amazon. You could buy it on sale on Vudu right now. Go see it. It's worth it. It's worth the watch. It's worth the collection. Go see it. It's very great.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So for me, after watching this movie, I watched this movie so many times growing up. I remember watching it, later on, and I've watched it here recently to get ready for this show. Spoiler alert. I like this movie. I enjoy it. It's fun. Daniel Stern's directorial debut. He did a solid job with it. Is it perfect? No. Are there some things that have aged well and some things that have not aged well? Yes. But overall, I like the movie. It's fun. I can go like if it's on TV any time of day, I can watch it in the back. I can have it on in the background. It's fun. The soundtrack is great. The spirit of the movie is good. Thomas Ian Nicholas's acting debut is so good. He's a charismatic kid. It just works. And the cast, the supporting cast, and Gary Busey, this is one of his quote unquote normal roles, not one of his out there, because Gary Busey is Gary Busey for all intents and purposes. But
Go see Entourage for Gary Busey out there, folks. But
oh yeah, there's that too, as well as many other movies. I mean, look at Predator 2.
Yeah.
He was in Predator 2. If you remember Predator 2 in 1990, there you go. There's another little bit out there. He's like, we're after this creature, this monster. It's a predator. It's just
they kind of let him off the chain in that one.
A little. Well, he was a bit off the chain in Predator 2. He was a little bit off the chain in Point Break in 1991. And then it just goes on from there. But anyway, listen. This movie's fun. Check it out. It's a good sports comedy. Is it one of the greatest movies of all time? No. But it's fun. If you grew up in the 90s like Tim and I did, maybe you did. I don't know if you're watching or listening to this right now. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. That's okay. It's a fun movie to check out. It's streaming everywhere. You can buy it wherever you want. Go ahead. On a scale 1 to 10 here, though, Tim, I got to be honest. I like this movie. I don't love it as much as I did when I was a kid because, tastes change, people's feelings change, people's opinions change over time. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I like it. There's some things I would have changed, or there's some things I think could have gone on longer. That party scene with them playing the pinball machine, not so much the pinball, was it I wanted to see the relationship between him and I forget the girl's name. I really, this is killing me right now. But the girl the love interest for Henry Rowan Gardner, I would have liked to have seen more interactions with them. I would have liked to have seen the sparks fly. I want to see if a relationship blossoms. After they were hanging out in the boat together. Let's see what happens after that. I want to see if there's the lovey-dovey there. I'm just saying, but that's being nitpicky. I apologize. Daniel Stern, thank you for making this movie. I want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to the entire cast and crew of Rookie of the Year and happy 30th anniversary to the entire cast and crew of this movie. Check it out. You will enjoy it. 7 out of 10 is what my rating is for this, but you may feel differently. Leave any and all your thoughts in the comments or the chat. We appreciate each and every single one of you for being here. If this was your first time joining us, thank you. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and share this with everyone you know. Tim, I want to thank you for being with us, but before I give some final remarks here, where can the good people of the interwebs follow you on social media and everything that you have coming up? What do you got for us, Tim?
Just a bunch of old stuff on my TM Smith reactions on YouTube, but there is something I plan to start up for NFL football season, so if you're a fan of football, I have a co-host lined up for it. I'm trying to lock that down. So it's going to be me and my co-host going over all the week's games for the regular season. We're probably going to kick it off I'm going to try to kick it off the last preseason week to get us all caught up for the regular season, and just going throughout the week of going through the games, going through like a betting system, who we think's going to win, who we think's going to lose, keeping up with that throughout the season, going through top NFL stories, because once the season starts, there's especially a lot of stories that come out, especially once the trade deadline hits. So we're gonna try to do that throughout the whole season. I'm hoping to get my co-host for it. If not, then get them on every so often. Maybe add a couple different people throughout the regular season. I'm going to do it every week of the regular season, probably every Tuesday night, because with Thursday games, of course, we have NFL Thursday games, which I never liked the fad when it started, but we're stuck with it. It's not going to change. But we're going to try to do it every Tuesday to prepare for the next week ahead. So watch out for that. I like I said, I hope I can get my co-host for it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. Check in for that.
Wow, someone's getting messages. But anyway, thank you, Tim. Dude, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
It's actually just my YouTube subscriber videos going off of what's coming out new. So
Nice. There you go. Well, we appreciate that, Tim. I will talk to you here in a bit. My name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. Check me out at RyanRPM5 on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on all forms of social media. All those links can be found in the description of this video, so make sure you check those out. Also, we're going to be at Shore Leave July 7th through the 9th in Hunt Valley, Maryland. That's coming up very, very soon. Our next movie anniversary watch-along, because I know you're all wondering the same thing. When's the next episode? Well, I'll tell you what. Next one is going to be on July the 12th, where Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl turns the big 2-0 on July 12th. And then immediately following that on the 17th and the 18th, back-to-back, we got The Mask of Zorro turning 25 and The Dark Knight turning 15. Oh my gosh. Some of the best films in the world are celebrating birthdays, and we are going to celebrate them right here at It's Nerd Culture. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so you get notified of when those videos go live. The links are up on our social media channels right now on our Facebook and our other pages, including our YouTube channel. So click it, bookmark it, click the words where it says notify me so you get notified immediately when those shows go live, because those are going to be a lot of fun with some great panelists, some great memories, great tunes, all that good stuff. It's just going to be a great time going back to the movies and watching these things. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe. Remember, life is better when watching movies with friends and going to Comic-Cons. Take a look.
Attention all sci-fi fans. We want to inform you about Shore Leave 43, the Baltimore region's largest fan-run science fiction convention. Travelers from every galaxy will find something special among the writing and science workshops, stargazing, and autograph sessions with some of your favorite actors. Don't miss the gaming sessions, and most of all, make time to spend with your fellow sci-fi fans. From the Star Trek universe, meet Star Trek Voyagers Robert Picardo and Robert Duncan McNeil. Chat with sci-fi legends Claudia Black and Ben Browder from Stargate SG-1 and Farscape. If you enjoy comedy with your sci-fi, then stop in to talk with Penny Johnson-Gerald and Peter Macon from The Orville. Also scheduled to appear are Aliana Huffman from Riverdale, Bonnie Gordon from Star Trek Prodigy, and from Battlestar Galactica, Grace Park and Aaron Douglas. Sci-fi and fantasy writers David Mack, Michael Jan Friedman, Keith R.A. DiCandido, Kelly Fitzpatrick, and Derek Tyler Attico, along with many others, will be giving workshops, signing books, and talking with fans. Performing on stage will be the Boogie Nights, as well as the comedy improv group Luna Sea. Shore Leave 43 opens July 7th through the 9th at the Delta Hotels in Hunt Valley, Maryland. For more details, check on their website, www.shore-leave.com.
All right, I'm a little tired, I'm a little wired, and I think I deserve a little appreciation.